Hi, my name is Mark Bogner. I am the CEO here at L&R Distributors. At the L&R Way rollout event, we introduced and went quite deep in discussing our why, or a designer of the ultimate shopping experience for our customer's customer. We also went into and spoke briefly about our core leadership principles around the L&R Way, which is really the how. How do we make certain that we are constantly striving to design the ultimate shopping experience for our customer's customer? So we introduced the 10 leadership principles, and in order to really reflect on those and to get very intentional about each one of our principles so that we all can execute on designing the ultimate shopping experience for our customers, what we're going to do is each month for the next 10 months, introduce each one of those principles and give it a good amount of time and explanation so that we can have a good understanding, which will again help us in the how. How do we design the ultimate shopping experience for our customer's customer? So the first principle I'd like to start with is the principle of gratitude, being grateful. And in our L&R Core Leadership Principles document, we defined grateful as we always go big. We begin in gratitude. And we further explain, we look at every person, opportunity, and challenge through the eyes of gratitude. Being in gratitude creates the right environment and energy for optimal creativity and growth. We celebrate progress and learning, even those attempts that produce more and less than expected. So gratitude can be explained in so many different ways. But I'd like to talk a little bit about gratitude and in how does it apply to a leadership principle. And if you remember, just to review a bit, we talked about leadership principles, and at the L&R Way rollout, we talked about each one of our principles will be around leading, or lead, which stands for learn, engage, appreciate, and decide. So the principle of gratitude is certainly around the A, which is appreciate. The principle of gratitude, and when we look at the principle of gratitude and we look at every person and opportunity and challenge through the eyes of gratitude, what that's really saying, it's saying let's go one step up from grateful for, things that we're grateful for, because when we talk about being grateful for, we're really talking about ourselves. I'm grateful for my, for I, for our. And in terms of gratitude, we're talking here in gratitude about a person, an opportunity, and I'll explain a little bit further. There is a higher level of gratitude that we can strive for and is in line with the L&R Way. Expressing gratitude in doing something for someone else with no expectation in return. So let me give some examples of that. If I'm a replenisher in one of our warehouses, and I'm going to be putting boxes of product, cases of product in a picking location, do I cut that box open, or do I just do my job, put the boxes, record the transaction, and move on? So if I'm going to cut that box open, that next person in the process, which would be a picker to come pick from that location, how much easier am I making it for that next person to do their job? If I'm packing a box, which will ultimately go to a destination and be opened by one of our customers or a merchandiser meeting that box in a store, how am I packing that box? Am I packing that box in a way that it's going to make their job so much easier? If I'm in purchasing and I make a deal with a vendor, and we have vendor terms now that have been established, do I communicate those terms to accounts payable so that when an invoice comes in, I can process that invoice without any interruption or having to ask any questions? See, those are examples of doing something for someone else, and there is no expectation in return. You did your job as a replenisher, just putting a box in a location. You did your job. Cutting that box open, making it easy for the next person that's going to come along in the process. In anything that we do, that's the type of gratitude we're talking in line with the L&R Way. So I hope I've shed a little bit more clarity and light on this principle of gratitude. And certainly you may have your own explanation of gratitude as it relates to the principle. But again, to recap, these principles are to teach us how to be designers of the ultimate shopping experience for our customer's customer. Every team member has that concept in their head, and these principles are here to teach us how to lead, to learn, engage, appreciate, and decide. I'd like to thank each and every one of you out there for doing what you do on behalf of L&R, in line with the L&R way. It does not go without being said that without each and every one of you, the L&R way wouldn't exist, and we wouldn't be as successful as we are. So thank you so much for everything, and hope to see you next month again as we roll out our next principle. Thank you.